How's everyone doing? Today I have a Blu-ray and DVD update with 8 pickups right here. If you've seen any of them, definitely let me know what you think of them and let me know which one of these is your favorite. There's a bunch in here that I haven't seen yet, so let me know which one I should watch first as well. First up is Godzilla, King of the Monsters. This was sent to me for review purposes from Warner Brothers, so expect a review of this coming up soon. I will probably watch this this coming weekend. And I don't know why I didn't end up checking this out in the theaters, but I definitely wish I had. I think this would have looked amazing in IMAX from revisiting the trailer now. And I haven't seen a lot of the older Godzilla movies, but I've seen some of the more recent ones. I remember seeing the '98 Matthew Broderick one as well, which I thought was cheesy fun. I saw the previous one with Bryan Cranston and did a review on my channel for it. I don't know, when I first saw the trailer for this, I remember not seeing as much action as I did in this recent trailer. It just looks amazing. The visuals especially. I can't wait to see some, awesome giant monsters fighting each other. That seems amazing to me, and it looks even better than I expected right there. I am souped for this one. I haven't seen all the older Godzilla movies. In fact, there's a Criterion Collection release coming up. It was the Showa era, I believe it is 15 films, 17 cuts. So if you're a Godzilla fan, you're not aware of that, Criterion Collection will be releasing coming up in a few months, I believe October, November maybe. I gotta double check on the month for it, but it's the Showa era ones. It's 15 films, 17 cuts in a beautiful big digipack kind of design. It looks amazing, and you can actually get it for a decent price right now too. But I haven't seen all the ones, so I was initially a little skeptical about going in on this one. And then I just revisited the trailer for it, and I was blown away by the trailer. The trailer looks amazing. It looks like an amazing time. It reminds me of like Pacific Rim. Obviously, Pacific Rim was influenced by all the Godzilla movies and stuff like that too. But I'm just talking about the visuals for it. The effects for it look amazing. And this has Millie Bobby Brown, of course, from Stranger Things. Good to see her in something else. And then the whole cast here looks excellent. I'm trying to see, remember who else was in here. Kyle Chandler, Vera Farmiga, and Michael Dougherty directs this. Michael Dougherty actually directed Trick or Treat and Krampus, and I can't wait for Trick or Treat 2. I used to think that was like one of the most underrated horror movies, but I feel like in the past few years it's gotten its notoriety and well-deserved. But this one right here looks like Godzilla has to take down Mothra, Rodan, and some other monsters right here. King Ghidorah, and they, I guess, basically save Earth from these other monsters. So I'm excited. The trailers looked amazing, and I can't wait to check it out on 4K Ultra HD. I am hoping it looks amazing as it does from the actual trailers visual-wise for a home video presentation. Let me know what your favorite Godzilla movie is and who your favorite Godzilla villain is. Next up, another 4K Ultra HD release is Rocketman. This is released from Paramount, and Paramount actually sent me a promo box with some other cool items in it, which I will be doing a video for coming up soon, but I thought that was super awesome. I love these promo boxes. I've done a couple unboxings of them on here before, one for A Quiet Place, also a Paramount release, but this one really surprised me too. I was skeptical going in. A lot of the modern biopic movies I'm not that big of a fan on, but I definitely highly preferred Rocketman over Bohemian Rhapsody, and especially Taron Egerton's performance here too as Elton John. Definitely I prefer his performance in the lead role right here. Felt in Bohemian Rhapsody it was a little too much, too over the top, almost seemed like a parody at times. Acting wise, this just felt a little bit more emotionally sincere, emotionally honest, and just realistic, and it wasn't as crazy, but this had definitely some dark times showing, talking about his childhood growing up. His father wouldn't even hug him and just essentially like left, and the mother was doing stuff on the side and never really cared for him either. And then he was coming to terms with his sexuality too, which caused conflicts, and just how he was taken advantage of by certain people. Just his issues with drugs and alcoholism and different things like that, and just certain things in here I thought were just devastating to hear. His mother telling him that he'll never be loved properly, and just heartbreaking, emotional honesty. That's something that really stood out here. This had some emotional, impactful scenes in here that just stayed with me long after viewing the film, and great performances here too. This has a special booklet right here, message from Elton John, and there you go, comes out like that. And I'll be doing a special video for this, but I like all the cast here too, and the performance from Taron Egerton was amazing as Elton John, and just all the different things that he did as a performer. And I forgot how many amazing songs Elton John has. But it was also interesting to see that his best friend in here, who wrote a majority of the songs as well, played by Jamie Bell. Great performance from him too. But yeah, this one really blew me away. Surprised me. If you're a fan of biopics and especially of Elton John, I would highly recommend the heck out of this one. But expect more videos about Rocket Man coming up soon. Let me know what your favorite biopic movie is. Next up is AMC's The Walking Dead, the complete 9th season, which I'm excited to have this because I missed the complete 9th season. I've watched all 8 seasons and then I just kind of checked out a little bit. I feel like, I don't know what happened to The Walking Dead. I was really into it, and I feel like there was too many dramatic filler episodes. The writing kind of went downhill, and then they killed off the majority of the characters I cared about, pretty much all the ones that I cared about. And I heard certain things about certain characters, and I feel like there's certain, like, I logged into IMDb recently. There was like a giant spoiler about one character, like it's gonna be leaving the show. I was like, why? But I also feel like nobody really talks about The Walking Dead anymore. I feel like this past season was like all about Game of Thrones. I remember like logging into Facebook every time Sunday night Walking Dead was on, people would be talking about it. I haven't seen that in like a year, so I've missed this whole season, and I'm going to, I'm 8 seasons in, I'm invested. I'm gonna go ahead and watch it, but I'm excited to check it out right there. Let me know who your favorite character from The Walking Dead is, and do you still watch The Walking Dead? Next up from Arrow Video is Alice, Sweet Alice. I love this movie. I always felt it was underrated. I have a t-shirt for it. I was going to get the 88 Films release, and I'm glad that I waited because this is a beautiful release from Arrow. They always do an amazing job on the films that they choose, the transfers, special features, the physical packaging with the slipcover now for this one, the booklets, the clear cases, reversible artwork, newly commissioned artwork, all that good stuff. This is a new 2K restoration of the original film. Yeah, you get a ton of different special features on here. And this also has the alternate Holy Terror television cut. So I love that. This is like a smooth matte finish. And there you go. Here is the old school artwork right there. I remember I have a t-shirt for this, like I said. I always felt kind of like weird wearing this out in public because of that image. I haven't worn it out in a while because of that. I'll wear it inside, but unless I'm going to like a convention or something like that, I usually don't wear that one anymore. But I love the movie. Young Brooke Shields in here. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I'm looking forward to revisiting it. And this has a poster for it too. Oh, this is cool. Oh, I dig that. Arrow Video presents the Killer Kit. I dig the heck out of that. And then on the back, you've got that image, newly commissioned artwork, which I think that's cool too. But I think this is super awesome. 7 years up, kind of like a costume thing right there. I love that so much. That is cool. I think I might put that actually up. I gotta find space for it now though. And then here's the booklets, which I love the booklets. They have behind the scenes information and shots from the film. So beautiful release. I can't wait to pop this in and check out the transfer and the special features. I'm loving what Arrow Video is doing. One of my favorite companies out there, one of the best companies out there releasing Blu-rays today. And next up we have A Dog's Journey, which I think is from the story of A Dog's Purpose continues. And I know A Dog's Purpose got some criticism because there was a certain scene with a dog where it was like, looked like it was being like forced into the river, but that was like cut a certain way. And I actually remember looking into it because I wanted to make sure everything was okay, and they had people on hand to make sure the dog was all right. And it was just kind of like taken out of context and blown out of proportion. I wouldn't have supported it if something was being negatively happened to a dog. And it wasn't anything bad, and I feel like that just kind of got some negative stigma for it, which was a shame because the movie was amazing. And I'm expecting similar things for this movie. Any kind of like dog movie like that just pulls at my heartstrings. I'm an animal lover, dog lover, and these movies really hit me right there. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. This is from Universal, and you've got Dennis Quaid in here, and it just looks like it's going to be the same one where the dog's journey through life through different kinds of dogs to kind of help this one girl through her life from when she's a kid growing up to an adult, and just the different forms, different dogs that this I guess the spirit of the dog takes form in. But yeah, it says a must-see if you're a dog lover. So I loved A Dog's Purpose. Let me know what your favorite dog movie is. That could be from Cujo to, you know, some heartwarming stuff. You know what I'd like to see get a Blu-ray release, speaking of dog movies horror-wise? The Pack. It's a super cheesy one from like the late 70s. But I remember, I think there was even like chihuahuas in there, but it's basically a pack of dogs like attacking people on this like island. And I just remember thinking it was awesome. But there's been other movies, like there's an Australian movie recently, a couple years ago, called The Pack 2. Somewhat similar, but different. And then there was The Breed, which was essentially like a rip-off remake of The Pack. They tried one little new thing, but besides that, it was the same. I feel like there was nobody mentioned that it was a tie-in to that, but I feel like The Pack nowadays isn't as well known as it was back then. I believe Warner Brothers has the rights for that, so I'd love to see get a Warner Archive release. They do great jobs with their releases as well. Next up is The Hustle from Universal. I'm going in with low expectations on this one. I am not a fan of Rebel Wilson, but I do think Anne Hathaway is very talented and stunning. But I just, I don't know. They keep pushing her. I feel like they did the same thing with Melissa McCarthy, which thankfully she hasn't done anything comedic over the top in a while. But yeah, I just feel like they pushed her to be like a female Chris Farley. And I just haven't seen anything in where I've liked her as a character. She plays the same thing in everything that she's in. She was on some TV show before. I can't remember what the name of the show was, but it was like Happy something. I was like, Happy Fun Time or something terrible title-wise like that. I just thought it was anything but. But yeah, I guess they're seducing men and trying to rip them off, and they're con artists. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna give it a fair chance, but I'm also going in with low expectations. I'm hoping that Anne Hathaway and some of the supporting cast can carry Rebel Wilson. Next up is let me know. Are you a fan of Rebel Wilson? I feel like I'm the only one that really complains about Rebel Wilson and Melissa McCarthy. And I don't know. I just feel like there's better female comedians out there. I don't know. Cecily Strong is like one of my favorites. Like not necessarily that does stand up, but like she does SNL and stuff like that. I feel like she deserves a bigger chance in some of these comedic roles. Next up is the complete first season of Mayans. I love Sons of Anarchy. To me, that was probably one of my all-time favorite TV shows. Maybe top 10. It's a tough one right there. But I thought Sons of Anarchy had one of the best series finales ever. Such a fitting finale for it. That and The Shield, I thought, were two of the most fitting finales for a TV show series ever. Most of the times it ends on a low note. Sometimes they're not expecting to go off the air. So this is a spin-off from Sons of Anarchy, the Mayans motorcycle gang, and I haven't seen it. I remember there's a ton of buzz about it, but then I didn't really hear too much about it. So looking forward to that, checking it out. And from the clips that I saw, it did look very intriguing. So it looks like it's gonna be very similar to that, but with the Latino aspect of it. And who knows, maybe we'll see more spin-offs if this continues to do well. I do wish this would have had a Blu-ray release, though. It has DVD only. That's one of the things I remember for TV shows and series. It's kind of inconsistent. Like some seasons will have a Blu-ray and DVD release, and then some seasons will only have a DVD release. And I hate that. I want it all Blu-ray. Next up, it's Brightburn, which is one of my favorite movies of the year so far. This is released from Sony. They sent me this DVD for review purposes. I am probably going to pick up the 4K Ultra HD for this because, again, one of my favorite movies of the year. I did a full movie review of this on my channel, so please check that out. Look that up. I'll put a link down below in the comments section too, because I put a lot of time and effort into that review, and it got terrible views. So I was like, I want to do more straight up movie reviews like that, but it is more tedious and time consuming. I do a lot of edits and stuff, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist, even though it didn't come out that great for me. Little issues here and there, but it was a video that I was proud of, and it got terrible views. So please check that out. And check out Brightburn. It's essentially Evil Superman or Evil Superboy. It's a superhero horror movie, superpowered horror movie. I thought it was amazing. I love Elizabeth Banks in here. You've got David Denman, Rory from The Office, and they actually work together in the Power Rangers movie too. But I love this. So many great scenes in here. It kind of lulls you into a false sense of security, and then they have a really graphic kill and some good gore in here too. Really dark. I love this so much. Highly recommend it. Check out my review. Check out the movie. Do it. And they also sent some decals with like window clings for it. You can see kind of the Brightburn symbol right there. I wish this would have been like in black so it would have stood out a little bit more, but it actually kind of works for a particular scene. He draws in like a window. So kind of ties into the movie. He would leave this symbol, which is his name, the two B's for his name right there, at certain crime scenes. So loved the heck out of that movie. And I'm surprised and disappointed that there wasn't like a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook for Brightburn or any other exclusives for that matter. There's just the DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K Ultra HD release. And I don't see anything coming up for Steelbook in the US on the release schedule. But knowing my luck, I'm going to go pick up that 4K Ultra HD, and by the time Halloween rolls around, there's going to be a Steelbook for it. I'll pick it up, though, because I do love the heck out of this movie, but I definitely think there should have been some kind of exclusive for it. I think it was, again, amazing and definitely worth an exclusive. Yeah, so let me know of the ones that I haven't seen, what I should check out first. Mayans, and then The Walking Dead Season 9 for that. And then of the movies, I haven't seen The Hustle, Dog's Journey, and Godzilla, King of Monsters. And I do want to revisit Alice, Sweet Alice. And yeah, Rocket Man I thought was so good for biopics. And Brightburn, one of my favorite movies of the year. So two of those ones right there that I will be talking about more in depth coming up. But there you go. If you've seen these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them. And let me know which one of these is your favorite. And which one of these I should watch again or for the first time first. So yeah, expect more videos coming up of some of these titles. But I hope everybody's doing well. Take care.